Hello, Craig. This is a
Hello,
very
Craig.
personal session.
Alright, so what has happened?
What have we done?
What have we done? What have we done?
Oh man. So I wasn't there for the session before the last one that kind of set things up. So I only have a vague understanding of what we've done. You may actually need to recap this one, Lido.
Killed a man?
Killed a man?
Mama just killed a man?
Am I Mama? Unfortunately, yes.
You didn't kill him completely dead. He's just bleeding a bunch but stabilized.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, that's all we can ask. We did what we sought out to do. We beat a man up on a boat. We stole his shit. And now it's time to call the cops.
Wait,
and that's what you missed on Glee.
We're the
cops. Time to call the cops that aren't rent-a-cop mall cops.
You guys all know.
We are the blart side of the moon. It's time to fucking rock and roll.
And we also have, if I recall, a shitty little spine devil that was previously partners with the guy whose ass we thusly handed to him. And we now have him cornered in the bottom of the ship. Probably cornered. Devils are tricky like that. And seemingly surrendering to our investigation and to our questioning for now. And I think that's the main notes.
Yeah. A couple of you guys went up top to kill spy imps.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing that happened. Before they could get back to report findings.
Yes, led by the Mortlock fellow. Who is in fact the brother of this guy that we just semi-killed.
Yes, you guys have an ally of a scumbag.
Trustworthy.
Yeah, you guys have it's a scumbag ally to take down his scumbag brother.
That's how it works.
Honestly, I love Mortlock, and if anything bad happens to him, I probably won't kill everybody in the room, but I'll just like pout for a few minutes.
Oh, and the ship was very briefly on fire, but y'all put it out.
Yes. Thankfully.
Yeah.
That's what you missed on Glee?
That's what you missed on Glee? Glee?
That's what you missed on Glum.
Alright, so presumably you guys all convene after a while in the bar area, which is like first floor down.
I think so. Oh no! Wait. We had
we went down to the robot where the spine devil was.
Yeah. We're at the lowest deck.
Gotcha.
Wow, I can't believe the rest of the party went to go alert the cops already.
Yeah, that's what they did.
That's exactly what they've done. They're no longer on the map. That's where they've gone.
They're all giving their statements to the cops, and we're here to clean up the mess. Yeah, that's what's happening.
So glad that we're such an organized and cooperative party.
Yep.
I'm like, why is the spine devil marked? Oh, because they were banged. They're probably not banged anymore.
No, it's probably like a minute duration.
It's a minute, yeah, I think. Bang's a first level spell, it's gonna be a minute. Alright, so what are you guys doing? You guys have a spine devil, you guys have an unconscious dude.
Shall we proceed with the interrogation first, or I think this fellow will probably be off his feet for quite some time.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Forgive me for asking. What exactly? I know we have the ledger for a reason. Remind me again why we also need to interrogate the devil, or...
Well, to my understanding, he is was the business associate of this individual that we've come here to apprehend / kill, and to what believe it was implied that he has been around while his business dealings have been going on. So we have the raw information in the ledger. Perhaps this fellow can offer us some further illumination as to what precisely was going on, if given the right motivation. Perhaps we should read the ledger first so we know what we're going to ask him about.
That was going to be my next suggestion, yes.
Okay. I'll take it out.
All right. It's fortunately not fire damage. It's got a bit of blood on it, but like that's sticking to the cover. It's got like a little bit on the sides of the pages, but it cool. In looking at it, a lot of the stuff in here appears to be I want to make you make a check for this. I don't know what it would be. Probably just general intelligence.
All of us?
Or investigation.
I am happy to roll things. I don't mind.
I was about to, what is it?
Just one of us?
Or investigation?
Well, if a couple of you are looking at it, somebody can roll with advantage.
Who's got good intelligence and investigation?
I am not bad.
I'm a 1.
Okay,
If I had to rate myself on 1 to 5, I would be a 1.
1 of 5. I'm like a even in the middle, like 2.53.
Okay, I will take a roll at going through it. Investigation. Oh, which I add? Do I add my weird thing to that?
Investigation one of the things?
Oh, let me check. It is, yes. So I add a D4 to it.
E.
So let me enable that passive modifier.
Ooh, you've got some kind of fancy.
I do. It's a weird thing because Alaric is weird.
That's a nat 20 plus 1.
No, it's a 13 plus 1, I think, because I didn't have advantage.
No, you had advantage because we're helping.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Honestly, fucking feast or famine, bitch. Look at that.
So, 26.
Dear fucking God. You could have theoretically rolled a fucking 29. Fuck.
Alaric
I gotta
really
find a
reads
quick
this
thing
fucking
for you
book.
because I want to give you something juicy.
Ooh, thank you, Daddy.
Hold on. How come when for an entire campaign I call you daddy and you yell at me, but Dan gets to call you daddy and it's perfectly fine? Favoritism. Illegal.
Favoritism.
It's because I'm busy looking up stuff.
Damn.
Gotta get him when he's off guard.
Mhm.
Then you put him off his rhythm.
Oh shit, first roll and I immediately forgot that I have real dice out. God damn it.
Oh shit, my real dice
It's
are
okay.
I'm gonna be at a table, so like I could roll and it not be shitty.
It's true.
But I'm also making a sandwich.
I think the sandwich takes priority.
Mm-hmm. All right. Shit you find out.
Mhm.
Shit you find out. Business, you know business. Alaric, you know business. You know what a business is. You know how to sort out a loan shark business when you see it. This is what this ledger is.
Okay.
This is what this ledger is. And like there's even the last couple of pages are a bit of an address book.
Ooh,
Different
that's
contacts and stuff. This is a very incriminating evidence, is what this is. But going back, approximately a month ago, there is one notable entry for several chests and inventories of things that matches what y'all took from that underground Did 3 hideout.
Okay.
Yep, and the sender on that one is listed 1 Krull.
Ooh, listed Krull. Okay.
Yes.
Does that name mean jack shit to any of us?
I don't think that name means jack shit to any of you. You can roll
Extremely
for it.
valid. Thought I'd check. I'm not. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this would seem to imply there is certainly a direct connection between Mr. Amric and the operation that was running beneath the bathhouse. There's enough here to see that he spends the rest of his life in prison or is subsequently executed. We should probably see what his brother wants to do about this. Maybe? Do we want to see what his brother wants to do about this?
Well, his Murloc sent us here to find the journal to use as evidence, so we can ask, but I assume that's all he's going to say.
It was. Can I? It was implied there was a hit taken out on Mortlock by Amric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we understand. Can I look in the ledger for notes on hiring people to go and kill his brother, please? Make sure
Yeah,
that
with that
it's being
fucking
straight
nat
up.
20,
Mhm.
fucking nat 20, you see a payment with a conspicuous lack of details that happened very recently.
It's just the title of the expense is just called "Give him the business."
It's
You gotta
family
give him the
disputes.
business. Family dispute. Happy Brothers Day.
How much is it for is the real question.
That's a good question.
How much? Yeah, how much did he blow on trying to ditch his brother?
Like 2 gold.
No, like 200, which even isn't that much, really.
No.
Man, but it also didn't even work.
It also didn't even work.
I mean, you get what you pay for, right?
That's true.
Mhm.
Death is cheap in Baldur's Gate, but I suppose not that cheap. Goodness. Right. Well, we have a list of names. We have enough evidence to see that this individual is put away for quite some time, or again executed. This is Baldur's Gate. I suppose if we were to speak to our devilish friend, perhaps we might ask the nature of his connection to the cults of the Dead Three, if he's merely a business contact and a facilitator, if there's something more there.
Is the Spine's devil still just like sat there chilling?
Yeah, it's just like clinging to the side of the door frame, watching everything y'all say.
Okay. I'm just going to telepathically link to Alaric and just say, we should also discuss what our plan is with it, whether we get information or not.
Okay. Alaric will try to respond telepathically. I think he's done this before.
Yeah.
And say, I mean, is good cop, bad cop, is that sort of thing going to work, or should we just try to appeal to its self-interest?
I think self-interest. But,
All right.
I mean, you might have to, if you go that way, you might have to be willing to negotiate something that maybe you're not willing to.
Well, I'm not in the habit of making deals with devils, so I'm sure I can keep hopefully all of us out of the clutches of devilry.
Okay, I trust you.
All right. He kind of like gives you like a look when he hears that. Like he doesn't quite trust himself, but seems to appreciate it.
I get that.
Alaric will say in a lower voice to Requiem, do you have any experience negotiating with fiends or their like?
You can't see Requiem's face, but you see the horns tilt down and can follow what you assume to be the eye line down to the like edge of her dress where it hits the floor, and she sort of leans back and you can see the hooves, and then the tail kind of comes around to the other side with its like gnarled, knotted, spined texture, and then she straightens back up.
I mean, you know what I mean. There are devils, and then and he kind of looks more sort of accusingly at the spine devil, and then there are devils.
Setting that differentiation aside, I don't have dealings in negotiations of any kind, but if you need someone who can speak the mother tongue, I do have that.
I've made some studies of the hellish dialects myself, though perhaps it comes more easily to you.
I'm self-taught as well, but one sort of needs the features of the mouth to make the sound more accurate.
Yes, I can never get the R's quite right.
The fangs help.
I'm certain they do. Now, you there, good sir.
Yeah.
I believe we have some questions in regards to Mr. Vanthampur's dealing with the cults of the Dead Three.
Oh, just that?
Primarily that.
Okay.
Is there any information that you'd like to be forthcoming with in this regard?
The spine devil just laughs.
Let's start with what was the nature of his relationship with them. Was he merely a business contact?
Benefactor.
Benefactor, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have a vested interest in furthering the interests of these individuals?
Not so much personally, but he's a mama's boy.
Ah.
She gives
So
him a
there's
cushy
familial
job,
interest.
of course he's gonna do it.
So he's an agent of his family in this regard?
Pretty much. Well, and the cult business, like, that's obviously not the only thing. Like, he's been working with this place for ages. Mine's pretty good. Wherever he gets it is pretty good.
And this place, is this a business, a front for his loaning business?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, define front.
A somewhat legitimate business that that masks the actions that would technically be considered illegal by some operatives of the state government.
I don't know. To me, fronts aren't the secret business is the main thing. Here, it's kind of like in tandem. Like, this is actually a pretty successful bar a lot of the time. So kind of, I guess.
There just happens to be a very successful debtor business running here as well.
Yeah, it's office space.
I see. I kind of look around to my companions, opening the floor to any questions.
I do have something that I am curious about, if you don't mind me.
Go ahead.
His family is in the business of the occult, and on our way here, we found some opposing forces claiming that some of the artifacts obtained by this man were stolen. None of them were very forthright about how those particular objects got to this plane in particular.
Is there a question in there?
How did they get to this plane in particular?
Means I don't know.
I just figured since they were of a hellish nature and, well, a devil in hand.
See, I don't oversee a lot of the actual shipping, so that kind of shit is beyond me, unfortunately.
Do you know who it wouldn't be beyond?
Well, it wouldn't be beyond Mama.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. It's Duke Thalamra Vanthapur. There we go.
So she's the primary link between
Yeah,
the Vanthampurs and the Hells.
head of house, head of the business. Head of all this fucking cult shit, really. And hey, I have got something else that is just the tastiest little bit of information. But I'm gonna need your word that I am allowed to go from this place unharmed.
Can I get just like an insight check on this motherfucker's overall vibe?
Sure.
Vibe check.
Can I get a vibe check? I
Vibe
don't
check
think I'm
this
good
little
at
bitch.
vibe checks. Oh no, I am good at vibe checks. Okay. Yeah. Nope, that's a 6.
Oh, rip.
That's a 6.
I rolled a 2.
This guy seems like the most honest devil you ever fucking met.
I kind of like him, making me think about home. Just like this motherfucker. He just wants to head on back, and honestly, a little bit same.
I would assume that were you to be released, you would return to the Hells, or would you stay here and continue your business?
I'm not fucking staying. You guys have got a hold of the person I was bound to. I got no reason to stick around.
Are you
If
still
I
not bound to him?
There comes a point where there's not so much I can do. People wouldn't be happy, but I could just lay low for a while.
If you don't mind me asking something else, why exactly did he have you bound to him? What was your purpose?
Keeping an extra eye out, freaking people out when it comes to the deal making. Do you see the spine devil just like extend the spines on the back like an angry porcupine? Just twisting the knife a little bit. Some people have really big, scary dogs. He's got me. Or had. Is he dead, by the way?
He's getting there. Could I ask, I'm assuming that there is naturally a mortal interest from the Vanthampur family on this end. Is there a force at play in the demonic realm that has been influencing these events?
I don't know the specifics of what the cults get up to. Maybe. I don't know if any of them are demon aligned. Nothing that I know of.
So you weren't assigned by somebody from the Hells or anywhere else on other planes to keep an eye on things here?
Yeah, no, I'm an agent of the Hells. That's what all of us are. That's what we do.
But just in a broad sense, not with anyone in particular that the matriarch Vanthampur has dealings with.
See, I'm not telling you who my boss is.
Yes, of course not. That wouldn't be the information that you're willing to share in exchange for your life, then?
Fuck no.
I suppose I can respect your self-interest.
You see the spine devil just like hop off the perch and flap over to like the pillar to perch on the side of, and just extends a little clawed hand towards whoever Requiem or Alaric seems the more inclined to take it.
Requiem is going to make direct eye contact with both of them, just like,
Yeah, sorry, what was that, JJ?
I just said interesting, but I'm being excluded.
You're further away.
I was next to them.
You're further away.
It's fine.
This devil doesn't want
you're a
to.
little green thing. He doesn't exactly. He doesn't know who you are.
You're a little green friend who he creeped out before, so it's like she probably doesn't want to make that deal.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I was just saying.
I mean, I'll take it if you don't.
I feel like it would be... I don't want to say more appropriate, and I don't want to say less dangerous, but I have less to lose.
And she's gonna reach over and do a little shiggity shiggity.
Shiggity shake. Alright, now I need your sworn word that I'm going to be allowed to go from here unharmed. And will not be pursued by any of you people.
We promise a lack of pursuit. What if we need to track you down and talk to you some more?
There are ways and means. If I'm not going to be here, there are ritual means. I go by Kashara.
Type that shit out.
It's actually in NPC art.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot. We other people extensively talked to this motherfucker. Okay, then. Lack of harm, yes. Lack of pursuit, there's an asterisk there, and we'll add the word malicious beforehand. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Go look over to Alec. Does that work?
He spreads his hands out and nods.
All right.
And could I have your name too?
You cannot have my. I do go by Requiem.
There we go. That's good enough. Shake, shake.
Shake, 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 shake. Fucking demons. Fuck that shit. You trying to get me with your Fey wording? Get out of here.
Did not make you sign a contract, though.
No.
You did
You know,
make me do a
lovely.
formal handshake. That still counts. Don't try and get me. I've read the Lesser Key of Solomon. I'm prepared.
All right. So things. And if you're inclined to give me a tip, I wouldn't mind Little Amric's eyes as a reward for this. But you know the High Overseer of Elturel, Mr. Thavius Krieg.
Do we? Wait, I'm from Elturel, yeah.
Yeah. You know this motherfucker. This motherfucker who made the false sun over the city to protect it from undead vampires and shit.
Lit.
That motherfucker. Yep, and Kashara just goes on. Yeah, he's currently at the Vampapur place. And much as he would not like getting out, he is there as a guest, not as a captive. I don't know, it's kind of suspicious, isn't it? The city he takes off to come and visit some people here in Baldur's Gate, and the city fucking sinks down into the hells. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Well, that certainly adds another layer to our investigation, doesn't it?
What was the name of the High Overseer again? God bless.
Kriegski Bagitas.
Mm-hmm. Currently staying at the Vampapur place.
In the
Is
city.
he a cultist? Probably. Oh man, headcanon. The city was an offering.
Did he?
Mm.
Diddy Kong?
Mm.
Wait, did you say city?
It's a city. The Diddy Kong was an offering to the hells. Yes, exactly what I said. And then
Where
there's
he
Chunky.
belongs. Where he belongs.
DK. Elturel's dead. DK. Elturel's dead.
Fuck.
Sidetrack, did you see that one post of how to come up with your DK name? Replace the D and K in Donkey Kong with the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name.
Monkey Gong. Wait, Monkey Gong.
Donkey wrong.
Monkey Gong. But gorillas are apes. Curse.
Oh.
Are we
Hey.
good?
Anyway, I think we're good.
So, are you going to? Do you just go, or? Because it'd probably be a very good idea to not be here when people in places of authority that aren't us
Yes,
also get here.
the Flaming Fist are likely on their way in.
The actual Flaming Fist.
Yeah, Cathar just sticks his tongue out like you cops.
Honestly, mood.
Alright, bye suckers. He just flies on up the stairs.
Does he know that Mortlock is up there and there's a good chance that Mortlock will just fucking kill him?
I think he's about to learn that.
So that really, that was, when he said juicy tidbit, he very much meant it.
Yes, that is. I hope that was worth deal making. Seems I've failed us, Slicer, in the attempts of keeping us out of deals.
There was only so much that could be done.
In theory, you two were both safe from the deal, and I really don't know how much, any form of claim on my mortal soul really, is worth, so...
Do you have protections against such things as these as a holy woman?
I don't really know, to be fair. The soul doesn't matter so much as the memory.
That
That's
is a
pretty
curious
firmly
sentiment.
safe. Should we go get Mortlock? Should we wait a minute?
Let's head out if there's nothing else. I think we have a lot to report to our superiors.
Alright, I just need a super quick break.
No,
And then we can do that.
fucking devils, man.
Yep.
At least he didn't ask us to curse a real sword.
A real sword.
Ooh, had to be real, didn't it? Have you seen, that one person who does the really good Mabimbam animations? They recently did one for the real sword.
Oh, good content. Am I in the right OOC zone? No, I'm not. I almost just put that in the vampire chat. Yikes. Hasn't talked to Adam in 2 weeks. Here's a picture of my. Look at this shit.
Oh, damn. Is that fucking turkey?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. That looks good as hell.
And I've got. Should I put my dice on my plate and take a picture? Oh yes, toppings.
D&D aesthetics.
I
That's
forgot I have
dessert.
3 sets now.
You do.
I have 4 d20s because it came with an extra d20.
You can have some dice with your turkey sandwich as a treat.
Little dice.
I'm back.
Little
Hello.
dice? Hell up.
Bone apple teeth.
Oh, is this your sandwich that you're eating?
Yeah, except for I now have my d20 is also on my plate as a garnish.
Please tell me they're like mint green D20s.
They're not, but you do know that all of my dice look like candy.
Put them on an ice cream sundae, you coward.
That's
If we
sticky.
had ice cream, I fucking would.
Remember that one time that when I was playing D&D with my family, my sister, who was a full 10 years older than me, started putting the dice that I lent her in her mouth like a goddamn toddler.
They're a snack.
No, they didn't. These weren't even ones that looked delicious.
Alright.
What if that's how I roll now? So I just roll on the plate.
Roll play.
I got
Oh,
6
God.
again.
It doesn't like it.
You got 6 and also some mustard on your.
Oh no.
My
on your
mustard
dice.
is firmly on my. I dare you insist otherwise.
I'm accusing you of being a sloppy mustard boy.
Alright. So what's your plan? Are you taking these guys to
Right.
the upper authorities?
I think. Well, I mean, what do we want to do? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
This
But
has
we-
gone. Sorry,
I know.
just saying this has gone somewhat beyond our pay grade of nothing.
You guys were promised money.
Hmm.
Mm.
You haven't seen any of it.
I will say though, I'm not particularly fond of the idea of us taking this to a higher authority and potentially being locked out of any information. Especially in regards to the Overseer. I very much like to know what's going on, considering I'm here and not there.
Hmm. Do you have knowledge of Alterel?
I am from Elturel, yes.
My goodness, my condolences.
Just for fun, go ahead and roll a history check and see what you know about this fool. Other than he's
a
in
history
charge.
check.
Oh,
Wait, hon, did I remember to double my? I did not remember to double my history. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. I have to custom this because I already started out with.
What
What
is
was
it
that?
like? Expertise? There's a setting for that in the options menu.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think that. Yes. Okay. Hold on. I actually need to read the thing because I don't know if it was just permanent stat boost or if it's advantage.
I'm a good little history boy. I am good at one thing and one thing only.
Things get weird when you start working with homebrew stuff.
Yeah, it does. Nope, it's just another proficiency. Okay. That's a 14.
That's a good 14. All right. How old is Requiem? Or rather, how long has she been in Elturel?
Considering her mother was also from Elturel, and I'm assuming didn't fucking have her in the hills. She is 28. She has been in or around or had knowledge of Elturel since however old you are when you become politically aware. So 13 when you start getting mad, and then petering off into the man shit sucks in your mid-20s.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, from what you know, Fabius Krieg has been in power as long as you've been alive. Is a human person, a human man, and is a priest of Torm, god of courage and self-sacrifice.
Yuck.
Kind of like the kind of like the light mirror to Bane. Like holy night kind of thing going on. Violence for good reasons.
The White Knight and the Black Knight, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as you know, like Elturel is kind of much more theocratic than other cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like it definitely has given a, like more so in the past, not so much anymore, like been a spiritual leader, but not so much in recent years. So yeah, Elturel's always been regarded as a pretty holy place.
Does it have that reputation, like, broadly?
It
as,
has that
like, a-
reputation everywhere, and people in Baldur's Gate especially are like all those just self-entitled pricks.
Yeah. Classic Baldur's Gate spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, considering they have like one of the main sources of troops involved in the war in the first Lair
Yeah.
of Hell.
I would imagine.
Ha ha.
I would
Look at
imagine.
how that turned out, Elturel.
I would imagine a lot of the general attitude towards Elturel is how general Italians take a look at the Vatican.
Oh, iconic. Legendary.
It's
Wonderful.
like,
This-
it's
wait,
like,
this
okay,
guy's the
you've
Pope?
gone too far. You've gone too far. No, not the Pope, the Vatican.
Man.
But this guy in particular.
This guy in particular, a semi-retired Pope.
He's just like a high-level bishop.
Guys, we gotta go
Oh.
rescue the Pope.
We don't have to go. We could just let the Pope die.
Maybe the Pope is
That's
just
always an
performing a really intensive exorcism.
I highly doubt that. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, making a tiefling from a religious city probably wasn't a good idea, huh?
It's an interesting idea. Maybe there's a reason why they fail.
Good point. That's a very good point. So,
So,
do we want to go to the authorities first, or do we want to go to Mortlock and see what he wants to do? It is his family.
I have a feeling we should conclude our business with Mr. Vandenpoor first.
Yeah, I think we should turn him into the authorities before he wakes up and causes trouble.
I could agree with that.
Right then.
But have a chat with. I've realised that I said Mr. Vandenpoor when we're dealing with two Mr. Vandenpoors. Mr. Mortlock. Conclude our business with him first.
Would it make it worse knowing there's a third?
Yes.
And also a fourth, because doesn't he have two brothers and a dad?
No, it's the three brothers.
Oh, there's three brothers and three brothers and a dad. There's four of them.
There were several dads. There are no longer any dads.
Oh, yikes.
Impressive.
There was just
Press
too
that.
many, so they had to get rid of some.
We've really overinvested in the dads here. We've got to diversify. Right, let's have a chat with Mortlock then.
Okay.
All right. You guys head upstairs to find Mortlock, who has seemingly acquired some rope from elsewhere on the ship, and like has tied his brother's hands behind his back and has like taken out all of his knives and put them on a nearby table, just getting them all nice and ready for the cops.
You've been saying your farewells then?
Well, he's not really all that responsive right now, so not really much of a point.
No, I suppose not.
Is there anything else on him that we need to take off?
As far as I can tell now, I did a pretty thorough check.
Okay.
It seems our business has been successfully concluded then. Are you happy to see your brother face the justice of the Flaming Fist? That was your intention, I imagine.
That's something.
Do you know much about how much the rest of your family might be involved in this?
The whole family is involved in this, in one way or another.
And you're the black sheep, then? I can sympathize.
I don't know.
What are you going to do now then?
The smart thing to do would be to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Uh-huh.
Probably
Is
that.
that what you're going to do?
Probably that, yeah.
If I may, you could see this as something of an opportunity. If the Phantompores are, well, if they're starting to become in conflict with the authoritative forces of this city, and it doesn't seem that the Flaming Fist or whoever else would be inclined to drop interest, perhaps you could be the one left standing when everything else goes to hell. Do you have interest in taking a controlling role in your family's future?
Thing is, theoretically that'd be nice, but I don't think it would last long.
No?
No.
Too many people opposing, or?
Too many people opposing, and I've never had much of a stomach for politics.
Yes, that doesn't help. Is there anyone else in your family that might be sympathetic to be reasoned with?
Alive? Nah.
Is there a purge of the ranks, then?
No. I don't really want to talk about it.
Very well. Well,
I don't know. What's your plan?
I think we have a lot to look into. That does include the business dealings of your family. I don't know if you want to be included in such investigations.
You know, I really don't give a shit anymore. I just want to wash my hands of this and get out of here.
Very well.
The rest of the fist is coming to pick these guys up, right?
That's my understanding, yes.
All right. So you don't need me around anymore. Thanks.
If you ever are back in the city, do look me up. When things have settled.
Von Rausch, right?
Von Rausch.
All right. Just waste you guys. Be seeing you maybe. And just heads out.
Well, there's one prodigal son that shan't be returning in a hurry.
He's a bit of a sketchy character, but I do wish the best for him. He seemed nice.
He wants out of his family's business. I think that's fair enough.
You empathise with that?
I do, yes. My family has some equally questionable lines of interest, shall we say, that often conflict with the further future prosperity of our ranks. There have been disagreements on that point for some time, at least on my behalf.
So is this how you atone?
What was that, sorry?
Doing this. Taking down powerful, nefarious forces at every turn. Is this how you atone?
I don't think I'm guilty for the sins of my family, and I was forced into this work. I'm willing to see through, but I'd prefer to correct rather than to atone.
What would you like to do then? If you weren't being forced to do this?
I suppose I'd be continuing my studies. Not much else to do. Perhaps trying to speak more reason to the various heads of the household, but that's never been too successful. So perhaps it's a sport of good fortune that I got involved with this. I can correct or cancel out the mistakes of one family. Perhaps I can gain some sort of inspiration for doing it to my own.
Not.
You are pretty good at putting people's family members in jail now, so a good practice run.
That trend, yes. Have an uncle I could quite happily see in shackles.
It's always uncles, isn't it?
It really is. Really is.
Increased social link.
Shut up.
Now you got me thinking, what the fuck Arcana is Alaric? Hangman, maybe? I don't know.
He's not cool enough to be the Hanged Man.
I mean, let's be real. It's the Emperor. It was always going to be the Emperor.
No. I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think it's the fucking Emperor.
You can't see the face, though.
Emperors know what they're doing.
Damn. Do they though? Look at Yusuke Kitagawa. He didn't
Yeah.
know jack shit about anything at any point in time. He just really liked lobsters.
Wasn't Kanji emperor though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew what the fuck was about.
Did he?
A queer icon.
He didn't even know he was gay, Lido.
He figured it out.
Eventually.
He figured it out. Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyways, so yeah. Just because talking over shit with police and stuff like that isn't particularly exciting, what's going to be your approach? We can just abstract this. You guys do have the ledger,
We do.
and you can make it sure to get it directly to the person that has deputized you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him the ledger and say, this is the guy that was controlling the cults. The ledger proves it.
Mm-hmm.
Should we mention their mom?
Yeah, connected
Well,
to.
yeah.
He's an associate of the cults. And
No, he was like in charge of them. No,
I think from our conversation,
Who's the
there was-
man on the ground for it?
yeah,
He
it's
wasn't
a
like big,
Yeah,
big
I mean-
bad.
yeah, I
He
mean
was
in
just,
here.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, like the local operation, and then more broadly, the matriarch seems to be pulling the strings.
yeah.
I'm curious if you are going to be telling this to the police.
I think we should play that a bit clear. Like the stuff about that and the stuff about the overseer, I think we should play that a bit closer
Oh yeah, no, we're
first.
absolutely not mentioning the overseer, because then we'll be completely shut out of the operation, and I need to know what happened. I want to go home and take a nap, and I can't because my bed is in hell.
Oh no.
My
So-
fridge with all my food straight down to hell, baby.
There's currently like 30 imps having an orgy in your bed. At this very
Oh.
moment.
Awful.
Curse.
Bad. You're gonna have to
So-
burn it.
So we not mentioning that we think that his mother is in charge at all, or are we telling them that bit and just not mentioning the overseer stuff?
I don't think we mentioned that to the foot soldiers. I think once we have a chance to speak to Captain Zorge, then perhaps we can.
Oh, I
Bring-
thought we were speaking to the captain. No,
Don't think so.
is that not what we're discussing?
You guys can spend a while tracking him down and have that conversation.
I'd be good with talking
Do
about
we
it with him,
trust
but
Zod?
do we trust Zorge? It's a good
Well,
question.
I mean, he's as high as we go, right?
Yeah, he's our highest ranking ally, basically.
But have you considered we are the highest we can go?
Technically, the highest ranking ally was an Eltrell when it got yanked down to hell.
Oh no.
So he's
Well-
currently the
By the
CO.
captain, yeah.
He's the CO right now. And he's holding it together.
He's probably the best bet that we have for like.
Yeah.
At,
we
at this
trust-
stage.
You guys also don't have any concrete proof, is the thing.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
did.
we have the
we
word
have
of
the
the
word of the
devil.
devil, who we then proceeded to let go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we don't have to say we know this for sure, right? It's just we heard rumors that the rest of the family's involved. But it's whether we mention that or not. Like, I'm cool either way. But do we say this guy was doing it, but we hear that the rest of his family might be involved? Or
Well, we could bring it up as the word of Mortlock rather than the word of a devil. That might get us a bit further.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do think we should mention family. I don't know if we should mention mother specifically. I
Yeah.
know we shouldn't fucking mention Krieg. That's
Yeah,
getting
no.
a little bit high for our pay grade,
yeah, we're not doing that.
which is
Um,
none.
Are we mentioning the devil, or are we pretending that didn't happen?
Or are you pretending that's an anonymous tip?
I mean, like, I don't know if we want to mention that we spoke to a devil that was.
Yeah.
We
hanging
could
out
say
with the
that
bag.
we could say that we saw it there as another piece of incriminating evidence for the sun, but
Put it
then
this
say
way.
that it escaped and we don't know where it went.
Yeah.
You
And
can just phrase it as one of Alaric's associates.
yes, that's nice fake language. And then we can infer that we got the information about the family is involved, and because I mean Mortlock did also say that when we brought up the cultist stuff. He said no, it's the whole family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have that. That's some help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Captain Zodge, keen on finding out where Morlock went.
Yeah, well, you know.
Can't keep an eye on everybody.
No. There was a lot of fighting. He got away.
Tragic.
Tragic. But you're not mentioning anything about the Duke directly, and you're not mentioning anything about Krieg.
Not yet.
Okay. But yeah, like for the arrest of Alaric, or not Alaric, Amric, fuck. It's because I have Alaric's fucking sheet open.
I know. I'm so glad to be able to move on from having an NPC with the exact same name as me.
Yeah. From that pretty high profile arrest, like Zodge is happy to give you guys the payout that he promised.
Oh.
How
So
much did he promise us? Because I don't remember.
200 gold for everybody.
Ah, bump.
Yeah.
Good thing there's only 3 of us here.
It's not 200 gold each. We didn't do enough good enough job.
It's going to yeah, the rest of your party, we can say, is like actually supervising Amric as he's being like brought to whatever sort of holding they've got.
Oh yeah.
So with the promise that they will also be tracked down and paid.
Gotcha.
Everybody gets 200 gold.
Oh hey,
You can
everybody
buy a
gets
hit with
200
that.
gold. That's bad.
For each person. This is not party gold.
Okay.
Oh no, the crumbs. Great. Don't get the crumbs on the dice.
The crumbs are
No.
all over the dice, baby.
No.
That's bad. I respect you, but that's bad.
Look at how pretty they are, though.
Yep.
They look like they would taste like wine gums.
No, I feel like they would. I feel like, okay, obviously those ones are string.
Or marshmallow.
The red and yellow ones look like they taste like cheese and hot sauce.
They're peach rings. How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
No, they're pepperoni hot pockets.
Okay, I'll accept pepperoni hot pocket.
Alright, so y'all have been paid. The arrest has been handled.
What now?
What now?
What on earth now?
Do you guys want to like chill, get a drink, and take a fucking short rest?
Oh yeah, because we're kind of low on hit points, huh?
A rest would be nice.
All right.
Yes. Shall I take you to
short
one of the finer establishments in the upper city, or perhaps the borders of the upper city?
I know we have money now. I don't really want to spend it all.
I mean, I have my own money as well, and I can probably get a discount with my family name.
Are you treating us?
I think after today I can accept treating you.
I'm up for that. If you think so.
Listen,
Somewhere
you
nice,
fucking pan.
Somewhere nice, then. And quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. I'll take everyone through the gates to the upper city, and somewhere that is like nice but low key and has a lot of like soft couches and soft cushions.
Mm-hmm.
So a hookah bar. This is hookah bar.
Not a hookah bar. I don't feel like Baldur's Gate is a hookah bar place. This is like a wine bar.
Oh, even better.
Like a wine bar / daytime jazz club.
Yes. Definitely. Or should I get the bar jazz out? This is time for bar jazz. The soundtrack to our life.
Or it's just a gnome with a saxophone.
Saxonome.
Saxophone. Alright. Yeah, you guys are all chilling.
So, if we don't mind talking a bit of shop as we drink, I have been curious, Lissa.
Yeah.
Your powers seem to be, I know, amounts about the uncane. Your powers seem to be somewhat out of the ordinary, if that's fair to say.
I wouldn't know. I suppose according to our one, yeah.
I suppose I'm not too much one to talk when it comes to strange origins for powers. I'm still not entirely sure what's happening with me and mine, but do you know where yours come from?
Sorry to disappoint, but I don't remember anything.
Anything as in anything about them or anything at all?
Anything about anything. I remember things. I think maybe a year, but it's a bit fuzzy.
My word.
So I don't really know what happened to me.
And what you woke up and you had these capabilities?
Yeah, I've had them for as long as I can remember.
My word. Is that what Arwen and you have been studying, trying to find a source?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Arwen's been trying to help me with. Do you know about yours?
I do not know. I can speculate about where they might have come from, but they have just been manifesting. I suppose it's well timed, given the nature of some of our more recent exploits. Can I ask,
Slowly.
how do yours feel when you use them?
How do they feel? Like, I don't know how to describe it, really. It does feel bad sometimes.
Bad.
Like wrong. Like maybe I shouldn't be doing it. But I don't really have anything to compare it to either, so I don't know.
And is it something? Does it feel like you're drawing it from within yourself or from somewhere else?
It feels like me, but also sometimes it feels like I'm not alone.
That is, if you don't mind my saying, that's quite extraordinary.
Is your experience different?
It's a difficult thing to tell. I have my academic research that I can compare it to, and then I suppose I have the way that it feels. It feels like I don't think this is something that I was born with. It feels like it's coming from... Well, perhaps I have them on lease. It's coming from somewhere else, but I can understand them, and I can channel them. Whatever this power is.
Do you ever feel watched?
Watch. I don't think so. No, that is... It's funny you use that term when you do that thing that you do, the telepathy.
Yeah.
That's sort of how it feels when that connection's made. It's like someone's, I suppose, like you, is started paying very intent attention to me, or to others, I imagine.
Does it bother you when I do that?
Only so much. I see the utility of it.
I try to only do it when I have to, because I know that doesn't feel good.
Well, perhaps we can continue to report as we figure out more about where on earth these sort of capabilities are coming from.
Yeah. Like
What have you
joining our research team.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. Perhaps that old wizard has some knowledge of where mine might be coming from.
Maybe. He knows a lot of things.
He certainly seems to. Certainly acts like he does.
Yes.
What have you, Requiem? What is your I think we've certainly seen your healing magic. Is this something holy, I assume?
I know quite firmly where my powers come from, yes, and she is one of the divine.
I don't think I ever have asked which deity do you derive your faith, your magic from? If it's not too personal a question, that is.
There's no way for it not to be a personal question, really. She's not a large deity. There are those of us who are devoted to her, yes, but she's not very well known. She doesn't have a name that has not been given by those of us who remember her. She is living and unliving memory, and that's where I get it. That's what I do. That's what I'm passionate about. It's why history means so much to me, and why knowing things that could be history means so much to me, and why I find it intriguing that our path has come to this particular point. I see everything as omen, and I don't think it's insignificant that the two of you and the three of us and the rest of the group have all been brought together to this particular climax of events.
You believe in destiny, then?
Not destiny so much as living history.
So it's something of a deity of knowledge that you follow? Like Ogma, the magic and the scrolls and history and archives and all that?
History and archives, yes, but objects. artifacts, relics. It's all interesting. My goddess is a statue. And we do our utmost to make sure that things are maintained, old things are cared for, people are remembered. And it's those memories that gives us our power. We are made to fix things.
That is... Yes, living history, as you say.
I take it you don't believe in destiny.
I am more amused of the, considering the conversations that you and some of the more, I suppose, devout members of my family might have.
It's understandable. The lack of belief. It makes sense. Destiny as a concept is large and confusing and sometimes just as hopeless as it is hopeful.
Oh no, you misunderstand. They are quite firm believers, whereas you believe in preservation. The Von Rausches believe in Armageddon.
How so?
For as long as my family's history has existed, someone or another has predicted some form of apocalypse, for whatever that point in history might be. Now, the family, as far as I understand, has existed for hundreds of years and many, many generations. Many of these great apocalyptic events have passed by without so much as a lick of hellfire or divine wrath. However, regardless of the point in time, it seems that there are different heads of household at different times that have held different beliefs. But no matter what, the certainty of demise and imminent destruction has remained steadfast throughout their history. It is what they pour much of the resources of the family that might go to more reasonable pursuits into acquiring magical artifacts. Perhaps you have that in common, but rather than to preserve them, to see that they are utilized correctly to bring about doomsday. I do not share their belief nor their fervor. Needless to say, the family dinners can be a bit tense.
I will say that is a strange goal.
They are a strange people.
And is this common knowledge?
I suppose not, but I don't believe any of you have political intentions. That would be the only reason to conceal it. And, well, perhaps it might be relevant in the coming trials that it seems we're to face in regards to the investigation of the Vanthampurs. I should really ask some of my relatives if they know much of them. Almost seems like they'd run in similar circles.
I think there is a difference, though, between the history that comes with God's worshipped and the history that comes with a family. And while Mortlock Vanthampur might not exactly be beholden to his name in a similar way to you. I think you'd do good to escape it.
I do not share Mr. Vandenpoor's resignation to the ideals of his family.
Well, who better to convince them than the long arm of...
Yes, that is one issue with a fist, is that it tends to have poor reach when compared to a long arm. Not sure that, well, I certainly have high hopes for Zodge. I'm not certain that the Flaming Fist alone could be trusted to act against a patriarch family. They are mostly funded by patriarch families, after all.
Well, like I said, you've had a lot of practice this go-about. If you aren't willing to take matters directly into your own hands in a similar way to this, I'm very certain that there will be some ragtag group of adventurers on the street that a flaming fist comes up to and says, "Hey, look over there. A family doing bad things. Take them out, and history shall repeat itself."
Not so keen to see my relations brought low as Mortlock was, even if they are... Well, some of them are completely detestable. As I say, I'm not resigned to their fate yet, and change is a slow thing. Sort of shakes his head and takes a large sip of whatever wine. Some vermouth, probably.
All of us awkwardly looking around, taking very long sips of our wine, like, what's happening?
Getting drunk in midday is what's happening.
Yeah, it's coming up on evening at this point. It took you guys a while to track down Zod and have that conversation.
Okay. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So, speaking of the law and its potentially long arm, I guess, what do we want to do about the rest of family Van Thempa?
I suppose if we are to take our assignment as our driving cause, then the next step would be to look into them. If they are the ones controlling the activities of the cults of the Dead Three, then they must be brought low, per our assignment. Quite how wise that would be, such an attempt would be, I'm not certain.
It does make me wonder just how significant they all are in the situation in El Terrell, whether or not that's business of the occult, wanton destruction, war fodder. Doesn't necessarily make sense.
They have the overseer, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure they didn't play an insignificant role. Do you think he might have been involved in the destruction, or was simply a victim?
I mean, they said guest, not prisoner.
Well, guessed with a few quotation marks around it, perhaps.
I mean, he's here. Elturel is there,
Or not, as the case may be.
or not, as the case may be. It just seems... Well, I don't necessarily believe in coincidence, now do I?
Hmm.
There just seems to be a lot of devilry afoot in Baldur's Gate. Doesn't make me confident that people, places, and things are not staying put where they should be. Doesn't make me confident that the Flaming Fist was focused more on, I guess, the brother than the rest of the family, if it's so well known that the family are cultists.
I imagine their operations have at least been somewhat disrupted by this takedown. We do have another contact from Amric. Someone he claimed could had access to methods of transport to the Hells. A Lady Satir Thion Hune. I may need to speak to my family about this. About the Vanthampurs and about this individual, at least, well, some of the more sympathetic members. I may have mentioned we have a bit of a rivalry with the Hunes.
I don't think you did.
We have a bit of a rivalry with the Hunes.
Well, I don't like how many large names are being involved in this. How soon do you think we should get in contact?
With which party?
Either with Amric's connection or with your connection, whichever comes first, whichever will be easier.
Well, unfortunately, I do share a living space with many of the members of my family, so I can talk to them when I need to, although it is best done only on carefully considered topics and to carefully considered individuals. But if we need to know more about the overlap between cults and noble families, then might be a place to start. And speaking to the Hunes, well, always something of a sticky prospect to approach.
So what's their business?
Their business, I suppose, is similar to what we're uncovering of the Vanthampur's business. They are active agents of certain eldritch forces.
Is there a single family with wealth in this city that doesn't have some sort of evil dealing?
Oh, certainly, some of them sell horses.
I said without an evil dealing. Wait, I'm not playing Epic. Damn.
Requiem's #1 character trait loves horses.
Loves horses. Hates bears.
You could never role. Gray, I love you so much. You're a talented actor. You could never roleplay hating a bear.
Here, I used to not like bears before playing Epic Thief Run.
No,
But then I discovered that they're actually perfect.
they're big dogs.
They're big dogs.
Jesus.
Is this campaign just gonna turn into Eat the Rich?
I hope so.
Just set a guillotine up. Let's go. Let's go, girls. So, you speak to your family. We do a little digging.
Yes, I would brace yourselves to become immersed in politics to a further extent than we already are. If this does have to do with these 3 noble houses, then, well, it's going to become quite a bit trickier than just busting into bathhouses and killing cultists. For example, the cultists will be in mansions, and there will be a few guards in the way.
Well,
There is-
suffice to say, I think we're thoroughly embroiled.
Quite.
Let's get drunk.
Let's get drunk. Yeah, you guys end up staying in the bar for just a while. For drinks for the table and everything. Like, how nice of shit are you paying for, Alric?
I mean, I'm not trying to. These aren't people I'm trying to impress, so not that nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we'll say, like, for snacks, like maybe a meal, stuff like that. Like, 2 gold for all of you, plus
I
whatever
will.
tip you want to give.
Alaric will cover and tip 5%.
He leaves a
This
slip
ass.
of paper as a tip, but it's just got a Bible verse on it.
Just a quick question. When
Mhm.
we spoke to Zodge, did he give us any further instructions? Or was he just like, good job, see you later?
He was like, the money that he gave you was a bonus.
Mhm.
Also a little bit of hush money. Also a little bit of don't go telling the press about this until we get our official statement ready.
Right.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
I'm already writing it down, suckers.
Reporting it to God!
Reporting it to God.
Go tell it on the mountain.
Over the hills and everywhere.
God, but yeah, but basically told you guys, like, hey, here's the little bonus. We are actually going to pay you for what you were actually going to be doing if you continue to, like, make sure this cult activity has stopped.
Okay.
Just
Hell
you guys, like, hey, be thorough. If we stop getting reports about, like, random attacks and weird disappearances and stuff like that. If things like return to their normal level of weirdness in Baldur's Gate, then we'll pay you again. basically.
If the crime level goes from a balmy 83 back down to the normal 69,
Yeah. Yep. Although Baldur's Gate isn't cool enough to get a 69, it's a 70.
damn. I will say, if the night goes on and we're still at the bar and we just keep drinking, after a while there's going to be a stain in the veil that's like about cheek length, perhaps. And also at one point it is just fallen into her mumbling to herself and writing in a journal. Just completely ignoring you, just drinking and writing and drinking and writing, and sometimes you can see a doodle in the margin.
Is Requiem drinking wine out of her crazy straw?
It starts off the crazy straw, it ends in gulping. That's why there's the stains on the side.
Yeah.
Not in front of her mouth, on the sides of her face.
Oh no. I don't even want to. Both me and Alaric don't even want to ask. How does how does Lissa handle her drink, and how much has she been drinking?
I mean, I am very small, so I imagine I can't drink much before it gets to me.
Just get a picture of sangria.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, it's always the sangria with you, Lena.
Fuck, now I want to drink. Shit, what's at my house? I think we have orange juice. That means it's time for mixed drinks in D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons and drinks.
Oh, hell yeah, we have orange juice, and I know we have tropical fruit rum. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. Do you want to take a quick break?
Oh, yeah, I'd be okay with
Do
that.
we want to take a break? I can make a drink and play at the same time.
I'm saying this because I want to make myself some coffee.
Okay, extremely
Go for it.
valid.
Yeah.
All right, we can get back into it and figure out what y'all are doing next. All right, I'll be
Mhm.
back in a few minutes. Let's
Wait, Han, turn off
Should we say-
Gregory.
Oh yes, turn off Gregory.
Fuck you, Craig. Get out of here.
Say that again so
Was
that
the-
Craig can hear
I'm
it.
not going to do it again for Craig. Craig doesn't need to hear.
Do it.
Craig doesn't need to know that I can't do an Australian accent.
Oh,
Craig is gonna
fucking
be-
hell, mate. Shrimp on the barbie.
Ocean adventure.
That's an Australian that spent too much time in California. That's what that was.
Damn.
Anyways, okay. So, anything else you want to do in the bar? Or nah?
I mean, I'm always up for drunken conversations. Alaric does want to ask Lissa. So, I do have to wonder. There's one thing this is way too Zahif. There is one thing that I'm wondering that I do have to wonder about, Lissa.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're you, but you don't have your own memories, then who was you before you was you?
I don't know.
Do you think you're the same person?
No, I don't think it's possible that I could be the same person.
That's true, because if you don't have your memories, then you're not you. You're not that person, you're you. You're you.
Yeah, I'm just me. Now me.
So you're the current version of yourself, and there's a past version of yourself. Do you think the past version of yourself knew that this would happen? With
I
these
don't know.
powers? Do you think they knew about that?
I don't know. Maybe I've always
Hmm.
had them, and I just don't remember.
That's actually a very good point. Maybe it was just always, inside. The power inside. That's maybe I'm the same. Maybe that's what's happening. Because Requiem says that we're all meant to be here, so maybe we're all awakening our own powers, you know.
Maybe.
Requiem
Maybe if
seems very smart.
Yeah. If these things didn't happen to us, we wouldn't be here. So then we wouldn't have met Requiem and she wouldn't have told us the things.
That's true. Requiem, where do Alyssa's powers come from? You know so much about stuff.
I mean, I could ask, and it probably would be nothing. But I can
Well-
try. If you want me to send a little prayer up, I can send a little prayer up.
What I want to know is, you were talking about memories, right? You living memories. Where's my memories?
Someone probably has them somewhere.
But who?
And if they don't, then they might just be gone. That happens sometimes, and it sucks.
That does suck.
I could
does suck.
ask. I could. That's a thing I can do. I could ask.
Yeah, well, yes, if you're all about memories, then you should ask for your friend.
I'm gonna. Requiem's gonna stick her hands out from underneath her veils and do like a clap her hands together. She's gonna be like, "Okay, we're gonna do this. And it's gonna be great, and we're gonna get answers, and it's gonna be fine."
Is she praying or is she making
she's-
ninja hand signs?
She's making ninja hand signs, but like it's supposed to be chameleon. Yeah, she looks like a chameleon. I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, sup? Hey, my lady, my lady, my lady, my lady. Oh, my lady. Do you know this little green friend? Cause she's missing some time, and maybe one of us has it. Maybe one of us wrote it down somewhere. It'd be really nice if one of us wrote it down, cause then I can just find out who it was and ask them. But I don't know that yet. But I will if you answer me." That's the end of the prayer.
That's it. That's the prayer.
That's the end prayer.
Prayer complete. / end prayer.
We'll go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh no.
With a disadvantage because you're under the influence of the sinful.
I'm sorry. I'm not one of those hoity-toity lawful good religious people.
Oh,
I
my
like to get
goodness.
choked by my deity. Oh, what's my religion?
A very hands-on
Okay.
approach to religion.
Okay.
Specifically, hands on your fucking neck.
Yeah, very hands-on. I'm gonna use my nice sunset die. And we're gonna that's a 12 plus 4, so that's 16. That's what you hear.
Just where did these memories go? Where have they gone?
Did one of us write it down somewhere?
How do communications typically come from your deity? Walk me through this.
That's a good question. We haven't really talked about it.
We're talking about it now.
We're talking about it now. If we're going by like how it works in the source material, she's carried on a palanquin by a bunch of blind women, and you just kind of like, you know, go face to. I'm sorry.
Chelsea.
Sprinkle. Just go face to face. She's like a real ass bitch. She's like an actual ass statue.
Yep.
If we wanted to go D&D rules, probably some kind of vision shenanigans, or like it would be super cool
if she could like manifest in other statues, that'd be dope too.
Ooh.
Because like one of the things that I have on me is a holy symbol. I have just kind of quietly in my head been picturing it as like a replica of her like kintsugi, like marble cracked filled with gold heart.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I'm just picturing like carrying some sort of carving around that is just a mouth.
That'd be dope.
That would be very sexy.
That's part of the holy symbol. It's just a big mouth on the back.
It's just the lips from the opening of Rocky Horror.
Oh god, no.
Well, Flash Gordon was there.
Important question: is the statue painted? Does it
statue is
just have
not
the
painted.
lips?
Hold on. I've sent you a picture of Titty statue before. I can send you another picture of the Titty statue.
Is it the same as in the RPG? Because I took a look at that
Yes,
picture
because
recently.
it's sexy.
It's very sexy. All the art is very
She's
sexy.
so hot. Are you kidding me? Choke me, marble mommy. My dog started growling.
Oh.
Yes,
Your dogs are kink shaming you.
My dog is kink shaming me. I've been picturing it as the same sexy statue with the titties and the arms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go hold my dog until he's quiet.
Okay.
I'm still listening though.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to do anything stupid. There's a lot of stupid ways to go for this, but I gotta remind myself that, like, no, this is not a trickster deity like me in real life.
Serious. Yeah.
This is a serious deity. What's that like? I don't know.
She is a stern and staunch woman who scares me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Here's the thing.
Mm.
You rolled pretty good, so I'm gonna keep this a bit ambiguous. All right. So you're doing the prayer pose. Do you have your eyes closed? Are your eyes open and receptive to omens? Like, what's the sitch there?
She probably starts off with her eyes closed, but she's drunk, so she's not really in her best of prayerful mood. So she's probably like starts off with her eyes closed, but then like opens them and kind of just goes from being still and in prayer pose to kind of like rocking back and forth in her chair, like hello, waiting for that feeling. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So you just like let your eyes unfocus for a bit and just let yourself take in the environment, just being very receptive to whatever is going to come to you. And you're just kind of looking around at random stuff, trying to see, is this an omen? You're doing the is this a pigeon thing?
Points at my half-empty wine glass. Is this
an omen? You do point at the half-empty wine glass, and underneath it you see like the cocktail menu going on, and it's like a fancy cocktail menu. It's even got like some little illustrations, like some I think lithographs is the word.
Where it's like the two-tone stamps.
Yeah. And it's got like one of those of like this profile like of a woman's face, and like she's wearing like a diadem and stuff like that. And she's got very long hair in this print. And you're just like absently staring at the menu and the table, and the hair moves. It falls like water off of this woman's head. And she is just left bald, no diadem, no hair, no anything. And then as soon as you like blink and get your senses back to yourself, like it just looks the same as it did.
Huh. I don't know what that means. Wow, huh? Do you know any bald people? Just like, you ever thought about shaving your head?
I don't think I have.
Are you
Like-
saying she should?
I don't know. I don't know what a lady losing her hair means. Maybe it means that the hair is memories and they'll grow back. I don't know. Funny like that, isn't it?
I guess.
I mean, hair does tend to grow back. Maybe that means you'll get your memories back at some point.
Maybe.
That
Maybe
didn't make any sense, and I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
I mean, I think we can only expect so much from divine extraplanar sources, really.
She knows a lot of things. Don't be rude.
No, that's fair, I suppose.
She is cool. She's not trying to start the apocalypse like some people.
Fuck, I wish I'd never told you anything about me. I wish I hadn't just paid for you to have your meal and drinks.
No, that was good.
That was very good because
Mm.
I don't have a place to live.
You don't?
My city sank to hell, and I'm
Right.
over here. So
Well, if you need to be able to secure accommodation, then I'm sure I could put in a word at a hotel. Is that what you're intriguing?
No. I'm good. I'm good. I just have to kind of go to a temple and say, "Hey,
I
come here.
see.
Let me nap."
That's nice, I'm sure.
Oh,
Wait, are you,
we could have a sleepover.
Bless
do
you.
you have a house we could sleep over at, Lissa?
No, but Arwin does, and he'll let me in.
Or if we could crash our way into Istilil's place again, but not ask this time, and just sleep on the floor again.
Yeah,
'Cause he
he'll be
had
chill
some-
with it.
He'd be chill with it, and he has fun books to read. Arwen probably has fun books to read too, though.
Yes.
Oh, whose books do I want?
I think it would be bad for my image if I were to not be seen coming home, I'm afraid.
But a sleepover.
I know, it's a
It'll be
tempting
fun.
prospect. Will it?
Yeah.
If they see you not coming
Yeah.
home after being at the bar with a couple of very attractive ladies, I think your reputation will be a-okay.
Hmm. That sound is his only response, just
It's just one night. It's just one night.
Well, if you had been of noble birth, maybe you had, Melissa. Maybe you have an inheritance of a kingdom somewhere.
Yeah, maybe I do.
That would be nice. Wait, what were we talking about? Right. Listen, one night can result in the fall of a household when you're dealing with noble families. I'm afraid I must conduct myself with outright respectful conduct if to represent the House of Von Raut. Or something like that. No, you know what? My father's always telling me to get out more. Sleep over, let's do it.
Sleep over at Arwen's house.
But I'm not
We're still
sleeping on the
dealing
floor.
with the cops, so we have to run of the house.
I'm not sleeping on the floor. I need you to know this.
I'll sleep on the floor. I'm probably too long for his bed. He's very small.
You do have very large horns.
I do. You're like normal size, though, so you're probably also too big,
That's true.
too big for the bed.
I'll find something.
You know what their arrangement probably is? It's probably like a dorm room arrangement, and they've got like 2 twin beds, except both of them are tiny.
Aww. Up,
Oh,
It did.
well.
Jayeth of Jays. Also, to date this exact date, Kobe Bryant's dead. So that sucks, I guess.
No, like Kobe?
Like Kobe.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
does suck.
Helicopter crash. That's terrifying.
Jeez.
Hello,
So much
JJ.
happened since you last left.
There's been a helicopter crash.
That's been a hell. Apparently Kobe Bryant died. That's sad. Like, you know, the Kobe. That guy.
My internet just decided to die for no reason.
That's fun.
Alright, so the plan is to go and crash Arwen's place.
I think so, yeah.
Not
Which
the
is
fun.
also sort of Lizzo's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Better than crashing Istila's place where none of us have any form of residence.
No. Alright, so... Oh, just a sec. Okay, so on your way over, just stumbling through the streets a little bit, Alaric, you had ordered a lot of drinks and not really realized that there was only the 3 of you here.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The classic case of, yes, just keep them coming, and then you don't realize how much you're drinking.
It's like, oh no, why did I order another pitcher? Oh no. This was a mistake. So you're wandering over to the more student residence part of town, and like people wandering around wasted. Like this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And along the way, you guys notice that you have a tail, and 4 legs, and a lot of just fluffy fur. There's a dog that's following you guys.
What color is the dog?
This is like a black, very fluffy dog.
That's the Grim, bitch. That's some Harry Potter shit. That's an omen.
This is the Hound of the Baskervilles.
This is the Hound of the Baskervilles, and I, for one, am good, thank you.
Alaric prestidigitates a little, like, snap, crackle, pop, and does, like, a shoo.
The dog like seems startled from this and just sits down.
I can't deal with animals.
Is it a normal dog, or is it a people dog?
That's a good question. Detect magic.
Is magic dog?
Is this a magic dog? Legally, you have to tell me if this is a magic dog.
Like, this is a magic dog. This is not a
30 feet.
magic dog.
Is there any magic around the dog? Is it magic adjacent?
No.
Well, that's a dog.
The dog like isn't wearing a collar or anything. It's just this like big black standard poodle.
Oh, it's a poodle?
It's a poodle?
Never mind,
Yeah.
it's blessed.
That dog probably has cancer.
Really?
Black poodles are notoriously just like ridden with cancer.
Oh, that's rough.
Does anybody have a steak? Sorry, I took peanuts from the bar. Does anybody have? Does anybody have a? Anybody got a steak?
No.
I could throw peanuts. Can dogs have peanuts?
I think peanuts are bad for dogs. No?
You guys probably
'cause
have
they're like-
ration somewhere on your person. There would be like some jerky.
Some jerky. I mean, I don't know why we're encouraging the. You do know how much of a
No, I'm
problem
throwing it away.
stray-
I'm
the stray
going to
population.
throw the jerky. I'm going to throw the jerky, and I'm going to say, "You want it? Go get it." And then we're going to run in the. We're going to
I
run.
mean, it's just a dog. I don't think we need to run away from it. You do know how much of a problem that strays are in some districts of the city.
But it's a black dog. That's
Black
spooky.
dog.
Spooky, scary.
Fuck that. It's not an omen. It's just a dog. You there, dog. Away with you.
The dog just continues to sit there and the tail continues to wag.
It's wagging.
Seeing what spells I can cast on this.
Don't cast any spells on the
No,
dog.
kill the dog.
We're gonna take jerky.
I'm gonna message the dog
Okay.
You message that dog, motherfucker.
and say, "Away, hound." I don't have command. Damn, I wish I'd kept command. Command the dog.
The dog does not appear to acknowledge your message and does not respond to your message.
Oh, I didn't tell him he could respond to the message. That was fine.
I'm gonna grab some jerky out of my pockets that are underneath my skirts like a good Victorian lady. And I'm going to throw it as far as my buff-ass arms can throw.
Alright, you've got some buff-ass arms, and it's a
I'm gonna
good
make sure the
goddamn
dog
throw.
sees what I'm doing. You know how we like sometimes you kind of hop back and forth with it in your hand, showing the
Yep.
dog, and then you throw?
Yep.
I'm gonna do one of those.
Alright. You do that. The dog takes off and goes to grab it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm not running from a dog.
Speed walk from the dog.
Speed walk.
Speed walk from
Alaric
the dog.
saunters away from the dog.
Alright. You guys keep heading back, speed walking your way, making your way downtown, walking fast, walking
Does it
fast.
follow us again?
A couple minutes later, yeah, this dog is back.
No, the
All
dog
right.
is back.
I'm reporting it to animal control.
Right
Ow.
now.
Bold of you to assume that Baldur's Gate has any form of animal control.
True.
Animal control is get a broom, bitch.
I'll pay someone else to.
Hi. Does dog seem familiar in any way?
No, it's just a dog.
Does it look like a devil dog? Is it evil? Is it an evil dog?
Gonna
It certainly
divine
does.
sense this dog.
Divine sense this dog.
Hellhound.
Because I
Can you-
can use it 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Damn.
Can you click
Fuck,
it?
your stats are so good.
I
I'm just
can't.
gonna use a ball on dogs.
I used it once on the boat, I think. Hello? Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
Does that dog smell like sin?
And does the dog smell like sin?
Does that dog smell like sin? Does that dog smell like sin? Does that dog smell like sin? Or like blessing? Does that dog smell like a miracle?
Is this God's dog?
This is God's
Is
dog.
this God's dog?
Is this
Is
my
this
memories?
dog?
Is this dog backwards?
Is
God
this
just
dog
backwards.
God?
Let the
Is
dog
it-
bite you, and you'll regain your
Say that,
memories,
say that.
Lissa.
Mhm.
Just carry it with them.
Alright, you attempt to see if there is any sin or blessing upon this dog. Seems like a dog.
Oh, I don't like when things are normal.
Do you
Give
say
me
that
a
out loud?
crime. I do say that out loud.
I mean, at least it's not evil then, right?
Give it a try.
That's true.
I would almost rather it be a sin dog, because we can just stab a sin dog.
That's true. You can't just go around stabbing dogs in this day and age.
We can't just go around stabbing dogs.
You know what they say, you stab a skin dog if you skin a sad dog.
What?
What?
Yeah. As one does.
Hand me the juice, you strange creature.
You know what would be good with that? Something.
I'm gonna walk up to the dog.
Okay,
I'm gonna kneel down next to the dog.
alright. The dog sits.
It doesn't have any reaction.
It's like looking at you, and if you're like close enough, it's gonna sniff at you.
I'm gonna like kneel down and look the dog in the eyes.
Alright.
Does this human man smell like sin?
Mm, partially.
Dog, tell us your crimes.
Alright, what are you doing with this dog?
Just looking at it.
Yeah, it looks back and sniffs at the air.
I'm gonna prestidigitate a tennis ball in my hands. Those don't exist. I'm gonna prestidigitate.
You could do like a pigskin racquetball or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna prestidigitate ye olde tennis ball.
Alright.
I'm gonna show it to the dog.
Alright.
I'm gonna wind up. I'm gonna throw it.
Alright. Yeah, the dog just fucking bolts.
Now I start going away. I don't like this dog anymore.
But we've said it and we've played with it, so we're just one step away from it being our dog forever.
We're one step away from adoption.
Alright.
I like dogs. Usually I like dogs. I just don't trust this dog.
I don't trust the dog either.
No, it's not. It's not acting like a dog usually.
The dog is a cultist.
Cultist in
Oh,
Maybe it's a cold dog.
It's that old soup man.
The soup man. This is the soup man's dog.
There's the soupman's dog.
No, this is the soup man. No. No, but like, oh man. You go to throw the prestidigitated ball, but it's not real.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he doesn't
It's
see
not
that. It's
real.
like tricking its dog. He's tricked because he's a dog.
Yep. And sure enough, like 30 seconds later, you can hear paws on the cobblestone approaching at speed.
Hide from the dog.
Hide from the dog.
Bonus action hide.
Everybody roll a stealth check to hide from this dog.
That's a 9 plus something.
What should I use?
That is an 11.
I rolled a 9, but -1 is 8.
And
Oh.
a disadvantage
At disadvantage,
because you're in armor.
so it's 9 minus 1, so it's 8. I got clip-cloppy hooves.
Oh god. Yeah. You guys have just like kind of shoved yourselves into an alleyway, like, and are speed walking down it to try to get off the main road. This is a dog. They have no fear of alleyways.
Damn it, their one weakness.
Yep, and like the dog is running it so fast that it just like bumps into Lissa. on its way up to you guys.
What do you want? Do you want from us?
Right.
Peanuts? Do you want peanuts?
I telepathically ask the dog what it wants.
The dog does not respond.
It doesn't want anything. It's being weird.
Right, let's just go home and then hope it doesn't kill us in our sleep.
But
Should
we're leading
we-
it. Should we lead it somewhere else that isn't where one of our friends lives?
Well, we could tie it to a post or something.
You want to lasso the dog?
Well, it stayed sat when you were next to it, so it might be a good dog.
That's
So
true.
we can tie it up.
Okay.
It trusted you. You do it.
Who knows how to tie knots? I've got some rope. Don't
You
know how to
can't
tie.
see it, but Requiem is waggling her eyebrows under her veil. You can't see it, but you can feel it in your soul.
Is that a yes from you?
I don't know.
Was
What's-
ropecraft one of your?
What's the stat for tying ropes?
I'll just tie the damn knot. I'm going to get some rope out and try to tie a basic lead.
5e doesn't have that, but 3.5 certainly does.
Ooh, baby.
What is the rope
Just
tying stat?
dexterity.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm bad at that. I'm solid.
I love the inherent paranoia from players.
You put the Grim from Harry Potter in front of us and expect us to act normal?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Sorry, my internet cut out, but I rolled a nat one. I'm really bad.
Oh, no.
That's
Oh, no.
no.
Yeah,
I
okay.
acquire the trait that Alric cannot tie knots.
All right. You tie what you think is the most solid of knots.
Okay.
Like, you think you've done a great job. You even get the dog to, like, sit still for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog just puts a paw on the bit of rope that's, like, kind of the loose end of it and just slips it right off.
Okay, I'm giving up. Let's just go.
And it's just gonna, like, take the loop in its mouth and, like, return it to you.
This is a very polite dog. Okay, no, he's won me over. Let's just.
Wait, do we have a dog now?
I guess
We're
we
very
Is
may-
this
close.
ours
we're
now?
very close.
I
Is this
think-
no.
We're not letting him in the house, but we'll let him, if he follows us there, I'll give him some jerky and he can stay outside if he wants to. If he's there in the morning, that's when he becomes our dog.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're going back to Arwen's place.
Go back to Arwen's place.
Hold on, you said this was dorms.
Yeah.
We're walking and talking. I'm gonna turn to Lissa and fucking Alaric. This is dorms. How are you all? How old are you all?
I don't know.
That's a good
Damn.
point. That's a good point. That's a very good point for you. You, however, have a legacy and shit. How old are you? How old is Arwen? How old is Istalil? How old are any of you?
Istalil, I think we can assume, is quite a bit older. And I'm old enough to know better.
Is that an age?
Is that-
It's a
Is
state.
that
It's,
That's
it's
a
an
state
emotion-
of mind.
it's an emotional state.
Is that like an age of maturity in your culture?
Yes, basically.
But what does that mean, Alaric? Are you children?
No, I mean I'm
Are
in
you
my
children?
20s.
Are you all children?
How old are you, Requiem?
I told you all. I'm oh god, I'm almost 30.
Oh God, I'm so sorry for you.
I'm also sorry for me. Thank you.
I'm not too far behind.
Okay.
Give me a few years. Any specific reason to this line of questioning, or just suddenly?
We're at a dorm. It's gross.
I mean, there are professors. I'm sure Arwen's older than all of us, and he lives here.
Is he?
He's a gnome. No offense.
I mean, there's nothing offensive about saying that someone is something if they are.
No, but I mean, gnomes live for a long time, and he looks kind of old. Maybe it's just his spirit that's a bit.
He's an old soul.
He's an old soul.
But young at heart.
Got some pep in his step.
His heart is perhaps middle-aged. Right, okay, let's go. It's getting too late. This dog is fine. I respect it now. It's had tenacity. It's shown endurance. And he's very polite. He handed me my rope back, so now he can come along.
He's earned your trust.
No, but I'm willing to. He's earned my resignation.
As soon as you guys open up the door to the dorms, the dog is the first one in.
No, incorrect.
Bad dog.
I give him some jerky when we get to wherever it is that we're going, that we'd pass through the door to get to Arwen's place.
No, this dog is being persistent.
No, I say, here, boy.
No.
Here, boy.
The dog is just sitting right next to the door, waiting to be let into the bedroom.
I'm
lead
going
it
to. No,
away
hold on.
with-
I've got this. I've got this.
Okay.
I've got this. This is a standard poodle, you said.
Yep.
I'm going to go over to it. I'm going to firmly put one of my arms behind its back legs, but under its butt at its knees. I'm going to take my other arm. I'm going to do it the same way, but under the top half. I'm going to tilt it gently onto its side and then pull it up and hold it up with all of its limbs in the air. I know it's probably like a 70-pound dog. I used to do this with Scotty all the goddamn time. You scoop it sideways and then you tilt it so all its legs are up and you can do curls with your dog.
It might be a bit difficult to do curls with this dog because it is just flailing and kicking at you, demanding to be put down.
I refuse. I will grapple this dog.
Grapple this
something.
dog.
Handle this dog. There is, to be fair, there is a skill that
I
is
would
literally
rather
what you're
grapple
doing.
this dog than handle it.
It's up to you.
Wrestle the dog.
What is that? What is athletics?
Athletics.
It's an
Strength?
athletics check, yeah.
Okay. Let's go, Stripey. That is a 12 plus 4, so it's 16.
It's a 12 plus 4.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? This dog got an 18.
Jesus.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, you are not holding on to this fucking dog. The dog just manages to get both front paws on your chest and shove, and jumps down to the ground.
All right, let me try. Here, boy. Jerky, more jerky. Come and follow me. I'm going to lead him away with scraps of meat until he's a decent distance away from the door, and then put down a large amount so that he eats it and occupies himself with it.
All right, you managed to lure the dog away. However, when you go ahead and do that, it tries to see how much food it can just gulp down real fast.
Oh no.
And then just runs right back to where it was.
You're not coming in. I'm so sorry. Right, okay, everyone. Prepare yourselves. I have a
Giving you the
solution.
puppy dog eyes.
Prepare yourselves. I have a solution.
Don't do this, Alaric.
On my word, open the door and get through. Are we all ready?
I think. I mean, I'm not saying that this dog's smarter than us, but maybe we should just go somewhere else because there is no way. If we let this dog inside, Arwen will kill me, and I would rather that not happen.
We're not going to let the dog inside. Lissa, do you trust me? We've shared so much this evening. Do you trust me?
You know I do trust you, but the dog is so devious.
The dog will not resist my powers, my eldritch powers. I shall bring them to bear.
I
Not in a harmful manner. I'm not going to hurt the dog. I'm not a monster.
I have divine powers, and maybe could help a little bit.
Okay. Are we ready?
Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna channel divinity.
What the fuck?
What on earth?
I'm going to invoke legacy. I'm going to
Okay.
think on someone who has died. I'm going to exclude the dog from my line of sight and keep my eyes only on Alaric and Lissa. And everybody has advantage on their next ability check.
Okay.
I wish it had anything to do with ability checks.
Wait,
Alaric,
no, isn't
Alaric-
that what it would be like Dex to get in, right?
No, Alaric counts to 3 and then casts Hold Person on the dog.
Oh.
Alright, you managed to cast Hold Person on the dog. The dog is not a person.
No, come on. Surely that covers dogs.
Humanoid. It says
Humanoid.
humanoid.
But surely it covers dogs. Dogs
No,
aren't. That's meant to
that's what
exclude
The
like.
whole monster is for, friendo.
No, I refuse. That's meant to exclude like holding like archdevils and minotaurs.
Because holding monster includes the beast category
Yeah.
under which dogs would be located.
No, I
Yeah.
refuse. This is a second level spell. You're saying I can't use a second
I'm
level
sorry,
spell.
I'm using
hold
my
a
channel
dog.
divinity.
Which you get back after. I mean, well, I get my
Fine.
spells back after a
You
short
do.
rest as well.
Alright, it's a valiant effort. But ultimately futile.
Does this not work?
No.
So either we hurt the dog or we go somewhere else because this dog is not getting inside.
I mean, who is all right with having a random dog in their house?
No one, especially a devious dog like this little.
This is a pretty rough dog.
You know, it's doing like a pretty solid job of giving you guys the puppy dog eyes.
No, it's not.
No trust. There is no trust there,
It's
leader.
ruined it. We were getting to be friends, and you've ruined it.
Is that Alyssa in character
That's
to the dog?
Lissa. Listen, say that to the dog. No, bad dog.
Let's say you swear that you see the dog roll its eyes at you.
Bad dog.
And it just seems to focus its attention more on Requiem and Alaric. It's like, you guys are cool, right?
This fucking dog.
Should we go somewhere else then?
Let's go to a hotel, I guess.
Maybe if it's a hotel that doesn't like pets, they'll kick it out for us.
That's true. We can make it somebody else's problem. Or wait, no. You know who I'm sure loves dogs? Easterlil.
I knew you were going to say that. I mean, I agree.
Let's bounce. Let's go to Easterlil.
Let's go to Miss Little's place.
You know, he seems like he's got this really deep sadness. Maybe a dog is just what he needs.
Get him an emotional support dog.
Just 1 second.
fast travel. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Creepus
Dog.
Beepus. Dogs, pets are us. PetSmart. It's been really nice. Chewy.com. Thanks for all of the dog-related companies I can think of. Thanks for all of your collective sponsorship. We're laundering your money. Thank you.
All right. So you guys going across down to Istalil's?
Yep.
Should
I
we
guess
be
so.
leading this dog to
I don't know.
multiple addresses of people that we maybe not care about all the way, but like at least respect a little?
Yeah, maybe if the dog is a shape-shifting evil creature, we shouldn't take it to all of our friends' houses.
Okay, let's go to a hotel then. Fine.
I vote hotel.
Okay. Hotel. Hotel.
Hotel.
Well,
But
okay.
like a nice hotel. Alaric won't stay in a shitty hotel.
But can we still have a sleepover?
That was a nat 20. Plus 4,
Oh.
24. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, Lita, you're getting completely rebuffed.
All right.
Do I notice that I
No.
had to do that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, fuck off.
Hello?
Hello.
Never mind. All right. So you guys go to a hotel.
Yep. We go to one of the hotels, not in the upper city, but like near enough so that it's reputable. We're not going to get stabbed or
Yeah.
I'm
robbed
gonna
in our
get bed
sleep.
bugs.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, like
Bed
pretty close to
dogs.
one of the gates. All right. Yeah. You guys find a place to stay. No problem. The dog does follow you part way, but like after a bit more scaring it off, it seems to stay.
Oh, it doesn't follow us to the hotel.
It is following you part way,
Okay.
but it seems to give up.
Okay.
Chased out of your room by a dog.
Can't believe it. So once we have freedom from the dog, maybe in like the hotel lobby. So was it just interested in getting to ours place? It seemed to sort of give up the ghost after we turned away from the university.
I don't know. Followed us for a while.
We're safe from the dog. The dog can't hurt us now.
I'm not. I'm more curious as to the dog's motivations. It seemed very particular.
There's also a good chance that maybe we're just.
I mean, it wasn't behaving like an ordinary dog. It acted with intention.
The real question is if it comes back tomorrow.
That's true.
Then it's very weird.
We'll do some experiments in the morning. For now, it's far too late.
Sleepover time.
Hey, Lissa,
Yes.
you should let me braid your hair, like at sleepover, like you know, like ladies do it. You know, they do.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
we yeah, sleepover. We do it.
Do you get one room, and we all sleep over?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Alaric will,
dare.
Alaric will agree to
Alaric!
adjacent rooms and to
Alaric!
spending some time in the other rooms.
It's not a
but
real
not the-
sleepover if we're in different rooms.
I'm sorry to tell you, we're not having a real sleepover in that case.
Oh, but Alaric, can't we friends? I give
course
you
we're
puppy dog
friends.
eyes.
Of course we're friends, Lissa.
Requiem also gives you puppy dog eyes,
I-
but it's
we just
mostly just a waggy tail.
We just want one sleepover, Alaric.
We've
Please.
already. Hey, we've had one before. It's not like you have any objections.
No, we haven't. I haven't.
Why not?
No. Alaric ditched out on that sleepover. That's why you've got to have one tonight.
Lame, yeah.
No, I understand your motivations, but it's not. I can partake in perhaps another hour of socializing, but I will be sleeping in my own room. Thank you very much.
Wait,
Okay.
when they're talking and not looking, Requiem's gonna go over and lock the door.
But it's got to be a really fun hour.
Fine, sure. We can braid each other's hair.
Yay!
Truth or dare. Truth or
Truth
dare.
or dare.
Truth or
Oh,
dare.
God.
Out there.
So are you guys just gathered in the girls' room?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Requiem doesn't like take off the veil, but does take off some of the layers. So it's just like you see more of the hoof legs. Rolls up the sleeves maybe. You see the arms. You see that there's more of the tattoos on the arms.
What's Requiem's
Ooh, what
like
are the
figure
tattoos?
like? Without all the bulky armor.
Long, thin,
Mm.
bones.
A giraffe of a person.
A giraffe of a person, but also, you know that like how sometimes people just have like really sharp angles, like you know how
Yep.
people when they're not unhealthily skinny, but you can see like the two notches, like the notches in their wrist
Mhm.
bones and like the notches in their knuckles. It's kind of one of those situations. She's just very long and knobby. She's not that bitch. That bitch knobby.
Some weird angles.
Some weird angles.
Some eldritch unknowable angles.
Yeah. She's just got a lot of joints, man. That's all of her her tail is just all joints.
Oh no, it's a segmented, jointed tail.
Yeah, it's her tail looks like a human spine went wrong.
Oh, that's so bad. No.
But then like, you know, with one of those little cute hearts on the end.
Sure. That's, cute.
She's got a spade tail, but also a spine tail.
Yo, is the spade tail just a coccyx?
Pretty much. That would be hilarious. I'm gonna say no just because I want it to be not entirely disgusting and terrifying.
They're not unspade-like in shape.
I know. I've seen a real human coccyx in person, however. No.
Anyways, truth or dare. Braiding hair.
I think Alaric
Recovering
would
from
just
the
about know
drunkenness a
how
bit.
to braid hair because. So wait, does he have sisters? I need to check if I give him. He's got cousins at the very least. Then again, his upbringing not necessarily the kind where that would be a thing.
The question really is, did Alaric have long hair as a kid?
I think he has kind of like medium length hair, so it was probably sort of middling when he was growing up. It was just whatever his parents told him, like this is what the proper way to get a haircut is. This is how you look sensible and smart. So it would basically just go with whatever the trends of nobility were at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the question isn't really, does he know how to braid hair, as much as were there hairdressers?
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, all in all, you guys have a pretty chill night. If there's
And
any
after exactly
conversation
an
y'all wanna
hour
have.
elapses, Alaric leaves.
Alaric goes to open the door, and it's locked. But then he can unlock it because it's locked from the
It's locked
inside.
open. Kind of looks back at Requiem. Just narrows his eyes and doesn't say anything. Have a very good evening. Thank you both so much for the company.
Repent for your sins, Alaric. Repent for your sins.
Night night.
Night night.
Hmm. For one last time, I can only say, quite.
Don't let the dog get you.
I'll show it to your room if it happens to show up. Oh,
Alright.
we should have split up to see if it was following any of us in particular. Ah, god damn it. Okay, good night.
Alright, so y'all settle down to bed. And Alaric, at one point, like
Mhm.
you've had a bunch to drink, and you wake up at like 3 a.m, like really having to pee.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So you go and use the facilities.
The dog's in the bathroom. The dog's in the bathroom.
Is the dog anywhere? Oh, I see
The
the
dog is not in the bathroom, but the dog is in the hall in front of your bedroom.
Ah!
And like it scares the shit out of you initially. Everything is dark and there's this black dog.
He does yell. Not loud, but not that loud. But it's like a. "Ugh!"
Dog is just sitting there wagging its tail.
So I'm assuming you followed me and not my companions.
More tail wagging.
All right. What do you want? You've come far enough. What do you want?
The dog just noses at the closed door.
Right. Bear with me one more minute. He goes and pees, and then comes back and opens the door. He opens the door and does like a hand gesture of, "Come on in, then."
Alright, yeah. The dog immediately goes over and lays down in the warm spot on your bed. It's taking up most of the bed.
All right. You've not answered yet. What do you want?
It's just laying there.
Pet the dog.
I'm gonna I'm not casting any spells in particular, but I'm just gonna try to get like a few like sparks of eldritch power in my hands and kind of like show it to the dog. This
The dog like opens one of its eyes and like perks up a little bit, but then just lays back down.
the door's locked from the inside, right?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
You gonna try to trap the dog in your room?
I'm gonna try to trap the dog in my room. If I start going towards the door, does it like get up to follow me?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna leave the room and close the door,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna go down the hall and knock on Alyssa and Requiem's room.
It's like just past 3 a.m, you guys.
It's me. It's me.
Alaric,
Yes, let me in.
is something wrong?
The dog's back, and now it's in my room and on my bed, so I can't sleep there.
Did you let the dog into your room?
I let the dog into my room.
Why would you do
Because
that?
now the dog is in there and it doesn't have hands, so it can't open the door.
Okay, well, how did it get in the hotel in the
I
first?
don't know. I don't know that.
Ah,
I don't think we can assume anything about this dog. I just need to go back to sleep, please.
Okay, come in, but quick. We'll shut the door behind you just
Okay.
in case the dog's in.
And then let's lock it, all right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll sleep on the floor, it's fine.
You can have my bed. I'm used to sleeping on the floor.
That's very kind of you. All right, sorry. Let's go back to sleep.
Do we hear the dog?
Nope.
Wait.
Okay.
Does the night pass?
Hang on, there's stuff
We'll
happening.
see.
This
Ugh.
dog is gonna beard us all in our sleep.
Okay, Alric, yeah, you settle in to go to sleep and stuff like that. You like get all comfy in bed. Like not even 5 minutes later, you are just compelled to go and see what the fuck is up with this dog.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you here, like, Alaric has been sort of like shifting and not really settling in. And then eventually he just gets up and starts sleeping.
if you let the dog into our room, I don't want to.
I
I'll
shan't.
kill the dog.
I shan't.
You promise?
I shan't.
That's not a promise.
I shan't. And then I leave.
I shan't. It's Christmas.
Okay, I go back to my room.
All right, yeah, and as if like the course of your footsteps is not really your own at this point. You manage to like close the door behind you. The dog is still chilling there, exactly in the same spot.
Is this the answer then? Is this the context that I've been waiting for? My powers came to me from a magical dog.
The dog's ears just twitch, and it like pats the bed with one of its paws.
Come have a peach with Dad.
I maintaining as much distance as is possible. Is it sitting at like the foot of the bed or up by the top?
It's sitting like where you were sleeping.
Okay.
We can do this at the foot of the bed.
We can do this. You're going here. This is where you're allowed to sit.
Are you trying to move the dog?
I'm speaking to the dog and explaining this to it while indicating it with my human fingers that it lacks. My only advantage over the dog.
Thumbs. All right. So are you like pointing towards the foot of the bed, like trying to get the dog to move? I just want to clarify what you're doing.
Oh yes, I'm fine if Alaric is fine if it's on the mattress, but he's at the bottom. He's not sleeping like a people.
All right, you see the dog like sit up and stretch. And like is looking not even in your direction at the moment. Like, and this dog is it's fairly big, but it's not like person sized until it is. Except it's like still covered in that black fur, but it looks like a black fur coat or a robe or something. And and you can just see like these layers of coppery hair going on. And yeah, to the walls, she just says, "It is so rude to keep a lady waiting. I was waiting when you'd be back."
I'm afraid your insistence has not left me with a terrible amount of patience. Do you have something to do with my newfound capabilities?
Come on and sit. And like she does like shift down to the foot of the bed.
Okay.
Yep, and like as she's turning around to like look at you, you can see very clearly that this is not a human person.
Hmm. Other features like weird and sharp?
They're sharp, but in like a very statuesque sense.
Hmm.
Like very
Horns?
yeah, long ones.
Hmm.
Long tall ones. A bit of fangs going on too.
Tail? Weird feet?
Hard to tell with the like the big fluffy robe. Big fluffy
Okay.
black fur robe. Yeah. And she's kind of got like her legs folded under her. So can't really see a leg or feet situation.
Okay. Alaric sits down at an arm's length. So, introductions?
Right. Oh, she didn't tell you.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Alaric von Rausch.
Yeah, hi. And she just smiles. And it's charming, but the teeth just set it off a little bit.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Mm-hmm. I know who you are.
I'm
How are
not
you
surprised.
liking it? How are you liking it, by the way, the little free trial?
The powers, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
They've proven useful in their applications. It's perhaps somewhat a bit more brute force, but I think I can. I hope, at least, that I can get more of a handle on the finer points.
Oh, that's really good. That's just great, honestly. Like, I hate to see stuff like this go to waste. Like, so many people just want to just use this sort of thing for their own selfish ends. I'm like, yeah, there's a point to that, but you gotta kind of do something with it, right? Like, really do something.
Yes, I believe I can agree quite wholeheartedly with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't usually do birthdays and stuff like that, but you know, for people, for old friends and stuff like that.
Wait,
Like,
was that it?
hmm?
That was the reason? The birthday?
Well, yeah. No,
And is there a benefactor to this new line of arcane ability? Aside from, I'm assuming, yourself or whoever it is that you're representing in this matter.
you just see her giggle, giggle, and like put a hand to her lips in a very coy sort of way. Like, no. Natalia and I go way back. She wanted to do something special for you. And you know, I can't see a lot of people they just want to give like the regular offerings and stuff like that. Like prayers and like relics and like human sacrifices and stuff. But like I personally I really appreciate innovation and things like that. I can't resist kittens. I just can't. They're just so cute.
Well, my aunt has always been a wise influence, I believe. I hope that holds in this case.
And like as you're talking,
Sorry, kittens?
yeah, like Alaric, as you're talking, you're like realizing your aunt mentioning that, like, oh, one of my cats is pregnant.
Oh,
You haven't seen any
okay.
of the kittens.
Ooh. File that away. Okay, well, this is all starting to make at least the last few days a bit more sense. You mentioned a trial. I assume that delightful furry creatures are not enough to secure a lifetime of eldritch abilities.
No. That's the sort of thing that really ought to be done in writing, but just wanted to see how you would play with this sort of stuff. And I gotta say, you've been doing quite a bit. Have you killed anybody yet?
He almost has to think for a second. I think so. I've certainly been a party to it. The Dead Three, it seems well, I'm not sure how much you know about the events of the last few days, but their followers have been getting up to no good, and I've been assigned as part of a team to deal with that. It's leading into a lot of interesting directions, some of which might have quite a bit of potential in terms of securing further power and influence for my family.
That wasn't my question. Have you killed anyone yet?
Probably. Yes.
She just does seem a bit annoyed at this.
Oh, okay.
That'll still work, I guess.
What do you mean? Exactly. I wasn't going out in cold blood. This was self-defense in some way.
Well, if it's like a self-defense kind of thing, like thrill of battle, that's much more other people's bag. Just like something premeditated and deliberate it's just really nice, you know? It's just really nice, like when somebody dying means something, when it like actually leads to something.
Yes, I can appreciate that.
Can you?
I think so. I can see how the deaths of some can be productive in the terms of advancing interests.
See? And she just points at you. See, I like the way you think. All right. So these new abilities, stuff like that, and ooh, trust me, there's a whole lot more where that came from if you keep on with this. But if we're going to sign you on in a little bit of a more permanent manner, I'm going to need you to do something for me.
I see. I can interpret. Not many lines to read between. I'm assuming there's someone that you'd prefer to be annihilated.
Not in specific, but much more like the spirit of the thing, you know? I want your first, like, actual straight up murder rather than like a self-defense. It's like, oh, I gotta Eldritch Blast this person before they go and attack me. But no. Like, premeditated with a purpose kind of thing. Just, I want you to dedicate that to me.
Might I ask first, if curiosity is allowed on this matter,
Yes.
who is it that I would be dedicating it to?
Glacia of the Sixth.
Fuck. A pleasure to meet you then, my lady.
She just giggles again and just goes, oh, you thought you were dealing with one of my subordinates. Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I couldn't be sure. So many interesting dealings in the hells these days, it would seem.
She just, like, reaches out and just puts, like, a very friendly hand and pats you on the shoulder. And just goes, it's okay if you're a little starstruck.
Yes, I think that would be the term for it. These abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Are they primarily the what I've been enjoying so far, the force, the direct force capable of being applied, or are there other benefits?
I don't know. It's a wait and see. Wait and see what kind of career path you're going to take. I don't know. It's different for different people.
I would have your support, notionally. Well, I believe.
Well, conditionally. Conditionally on you going out and murdering somebody very, very, very deliberately and not dedicating it to me. That'd be, like, really rude, honestly. Like, I might just have to revoke everything at that point. Or if you do, something else that just isn't very nice. But no, if you keep on just rocking the boat,
faith,
making things interesting. Sure. Sure. I know you've been dealing with, like, a lot of, like, cult stuff lately. I don't really go in for that all that much. I like independent operators.
Well,
faith, not so much. Results, yes.
I understand. I believe that I can agree to this. I believe you may be in luck. There is certain individuals on our path that I have not only, not to worry you, I have a vested interest for myself and my family to see taken care of as well.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to send
Is it acceptable if those things overlap?
Oh, of course.
Good.
I'm curious to see if you're going to send somebody very interesting down my way instead of somebody else's.
I shall do my best to please you, I suppose.
Good.
And to please myself along the way, if that's quite all right.
It's important that you just feel like it's a good arrangement,
No, I appreciate the practicality of the abilities that have been offered to me, and I appreciate the future opportunities that such a relationship might hold.
Do you mean that though? I know you're talking like a politician, but like I know that you were raised that, but is that what you really, really feel? You can be honest with me.
I want to change the destiny of my household.
Ah.
I want to see it rise to power in more significant ways than predictions and wealth squandered on artifacts. I want to see it become one of the most foremost houses in this city, if at all possible. It is a wretched rat's nest that we live on, but there is some value in living at the top of that nest.
Mm-hmm. And you just see her get up and like just wraps the fur robe around herself a little bit closer. She's just like kind of holding it closed a little bit. And just nods at you.
I give a half nod, half bow. A pleasure.
Thank your aunt for me. I think she did good in coming to me.
I shall see that done.
All right. If you don't hear from me, that's also a good thing.
I see. So assume silence is moderate approval.
Assume that as approval, and I don't really go in for brute force enforcers and stuff like that. That's just a waste of resources, to be honest. So, if you do something wrong, then just things will stop working. Simple as that.
I see.
I don't know. Just good to be transparent with that sort of thing. That's important. But
of course,
I am super curious to see what you do.
Well, I shall try not to disappoint. Shall I expect, if we do require a face-to-face meeting again, another visit from your four-legged form? Is that your standard?
No, that's just for fun.
I see. Well, I think you might have given the others a bit of a scare as well.
Really?
They're
just not like dogs?
We're dealing with weird forces at the moment. Everyone's a bit paranoid, I think.
Should I be a cat next time?
Possibly.
Okay, I could give that a try.
I think certainly that the same form again would be a bit suspicious.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Do me proud.
Gives a nod.
All right. She just turns and heads on out of your hotel room.
In the humanoid form still?
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, does she turn back into a dog? I need to open the door for her.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
She lets herself out.
Well,
what the fuck does Alaric do at that point?
kind of just like, fuck. Well, go with the flow, I guess. Just tries to go back to sleep. You missed so much. I'll recap after the session.
I think this would actually be a pretty good spot to end the session.